I want to get to our reporters spread out across the country, starting with my colleague Ellison Barber at a federal testing site in Jacksonville, Florida. Ellison, is there any connection between this big surge in federal assistance in Jacksonville and the fact that it's hosting the GOP convention next month?
Reporters asked the mayor of Jacksonville about that during a press conference yesterday. He said that he is not aware of any connection. About a week ago, when the administration announced their intention to ramp up and offer what they call surge testing in 3 different states, Florida, Louisiana, and here in Florida, the testing COVID czar denied having any reason for picking Jacksonville other than, in his words, it met what they called the criteria for this. He claimed that he was not even aware that the convention, the RNC convention, was going to be happening in Jacksonville. But yeah, a lot of people are asking that question, especially because the federal testing sites in Jacksonville, and we're at one of them, they were supposed to close today. Instead, they've been extended and they'll be staying open until Friday at 6 p.m. I asked the Department of Health about that, if other sites were extending the days they were staying open. They said at least one other site in Louisiana had intentions to stay open longer than initially planned. But the initial idea, they said, for this was that these sites would be open somewhere between 5-7 days up to 12 days, as long as they had resources available. What they're doing here is they are trying to test 5,000 people a day per city. They say that Jacksonville, as well as the other cities that were chosen, that they are sort of a place where they have moderate growing number of cases, but they're not the worst of the worst. And the idea is, if they flood this area with testing, could they potentially kind of flatten the curve? We've spoken to a lot of people here just about the potential connection between the testing sites as well as the convention. Most of them, they say that either they want it to come or they don't want it to come. They're not really sure about the connection here. But most everyone we talk to, whether it's doctors or people, they say they do feel like they need more testing. The federal government, they say this is part of the efforts here to kind of increase testing in this area. We do know the Trump campaign is talking about the idea of moving the convention somewhere outside in this area. No final decision on that just yet, though. Stephanie?
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.